Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode here on the Iron Man profile. Today we're back doing more Blaze Slayer, pushing towards Blaze Slayer level 9. We still have a lot of XP to go, so we need to jump into some bosses pretty quickly today. But we're also going to finally be getting our Inferno minions fueled again and kind of talking about our plans with those. So if you're excited about all that, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. But without further ado, let's jump right into it. Super quickly though, if you do ever find yourself checking out the Hypixel store for the ongoing Armadillo skin fire sale, maybe the seasonal bundles or whatever you may be picking up, either way, don't forget to be using my career code on checkout. It is code Zach, spelled just like my name, Z-A-C-H. If you type that on checkout, you actually save 5% on your purchase. It's a great way to support myself and the channel, and I do greatly appreciate everyone using my code. You guys are the best. But without further ado, let's jump right into today's episode. So, ever since yesterday, we upgraded our Inferno minion to level 7. I want to get this guy to level 8 really quickly, but before I do that, I do want to fuel them at least one more time. So, let's go ahead and actually fuel these things. So we need a bunch of fuel gabagool, and in order to make that, I think I need to do this recipe 144 times. I just did the math, which is 2,304 enchanted coal per day, basically running the two minions. So let's go ahead and do that. Makes us 9 stacks of sulfuric coal. We need to grab out like probably this much if I had to guess, but if we do recipe fuel one more time, go to fuel gabagool, let's go to this recipe, max it out, do this craft 72 times, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, I don't have enough inventory room. Okay, well, I'll just start, is there a way, how do I change this back? Let's go back into the recipe, and let's just start making stacks of this stuff at a time. Okay, wait, is there no way to do this faster? What's going on here? I have the recipe pulled up. Please, why can't I craft this? Oh, I just need to spam this button. Okay, perfect. We can just do this. Okay, we need to do this 72 times. It's taking up all of our sulfuric coal, but after this, we need to turn it into 24 heavy fuel and then into 2 hypergolics. So I need a little bit more sulfuric coal for that, actually. So let me go ahead and do this craft like 16 times. That should be enough. There we go. Let's go back and find heavy like that. Go ahead and make 24 of these. Then we can go and make 2 hypergolics like this. Where's hypergolic fuel? There it is. Hypergolic gabagool. We'll make 2 of these things. I can put the sulfuric coal in here for now. We have 2 hypergolic gabagools. I do have gabagool distillate on me. We need some inferno fuel blocks like so. Got to make sure I make the right one. The crude gabagool. I don't want to misclick this. Okay, there we go. We got 2 fuels. Now, do I have any... I do. I have 2 water hydro heads. Okay, and I don't have any eye drops saved. Okay, I need to go to the rift quick. Oh, I low-key don't want to go to the rift yet. I was kind of avoiding going to the rift for a while. I know I have to go eventually, but I have a Celadon die currently sitting in my inventory from that crazy back debug. These things are worth 650 million coins. So I guess we're going to go ahead and wipe our die so that we can actually get some eye drops for these things. I don't have the exportable carrots I need. I guess we'll find out if this thing will get wiped once and for all. I've been scared to go, but it has to be done. Let's go in here. There it is. You had 1 invalid item in your inventory. It has been corrected. That is tragic. I watched it disappear right in front of my eyes, but it had to be done. I had to delete it at some point, but it was kind of satisfying being able to look and see it, but it's time I finally start progressing in some spots, mainly being Inferno minions, so had to be done. Okay, I'm back from the rift. I got my hands on my 2 stacks of exportable carrots. I'm still a little bit sad about my die. Does it even say it still in the Vincent menu? That's actually the big question. Does it say I've dropped one, or has that changed? And the die compendium, where is Celadon die? Wow, it still says I've dropped one. Okay, I'll take that, honestly. In my eyes, we had one in our hands, you know? I'll eventually have to try and circle back and maybe try and get my hands on another someday, but for the time being, that is enough for me. Also, I swear I just saw it say I dropped another die. Was it Holly somewhere around here? Holly's over here. I've gotten that one. Weird. Okay, yeah, either way, yeah, sad to see it go. It's worth like 650 mil now. There's probably only like 5 legit ones, if I had to guess, since the whole die change in general. Not 1,500. That's how many were kind of bug dropped, but it is what it is. Either way, let's go ahead and craft ourselves some eye drops because we do have our exportable carrots. Let me go ahead and grab out a water hydro head. I only have 2 left. This is quite worrying, to say the least, but we'll go ahead and craft these really quick. It takes 2 stacks of enchanted carrots, 4 chili peppers, 2 stacks of explorable carrots, and our water hydra head, just like so. It gives us 3 of these eye drops, so we can have those ready to go. Let's go ahead and put our hypergolic crude gabagool specialty fuels in here. Drop this one in here, and then we'll make sure we use some eye drops on it. And then we can head on over here and put the other fuel in. And we can also use some eye drops on this guy too. And there we go. I guess we'll just have to check back tomorrow and see what they've produced. Hopefully something good. Hopefully a bunch of vertexes. I wouldn't be mad in Apex or some Reaper peppers. We're getting pretty high up there in terms of our chili pepper collection as a whole. We're getting really close to chili pepper 6, which is 2.5k out of the 20k I need to max the collection. And all I can really hope for is that we've gotten everything we need by the time we reach 20k, because I mean, eventually I just need to keep fueling these things until I get to 20,000 collection. So as long as we get like all the apexes or vertex equivalent that we need in chili peppers by the time we reach here, or Reaper peppers, sorry, then I'll be happy. But so far we're lacking in some of the drops, so we'll let these things cook overnight and see what they have for us in the morning. The one problem with going for Blaze 9 is the lack of XP you get during the entire process of going for it. So to make up for that, I have been getting some Skyblock XP, whether it's through bestiary tiers or pet leveling. Actually, I've actually leveled up 3 pets to level 100 so far during this grind. My T-Rex being the most recent one that actually just hit level 100. So if I go ahead and actually take this thing out of my pets menu really quickly, or I think I can just take out any pet, put that back in, that is 3 Skyblock XP, putting us at 50 out of 100 towards level 444. But I also leveled a Blaze pet from level 0, from level 1 all the way to level 100. And I also finished leveling my Ankylosaurus, who I'd been previously keeping in my EXP share slot. And actually, it's time to choose a new pet to go ahead and try and level up. So I think I'll go ahead and maybe I finish my hound pet. It's pretty close. Or maybe I'll just leave this one to EXP sharing. I guess I need to actually add it into a slot now. Let's toss that one in there. I need to choose a new pet that isn't level 100 yet that I want to max out. I could do Tarantula. I could do Spider. Honestly, I might do, however, maybe my Skeleton or my Golem. Either of those two would be good. Or my Pigman. There's actually quite a few combat pets I still have left. I think I'll do my Skeleton, though, so just go ahead and change it in the auto pet menu. Gonna go ahead and find my Skeleton pet, wherever this thing is. It's Wither Skeleton. Where's my regular skeleton? There it is. So, perfect. Now, every time I start a Slayer quest, that thing will spawn out. And when my boss spawns, I'm still killing my bosses with my G-Drag, obviously, just to keep the boss times going really quickly. And, yeah, honestly, spawning it with, like, a different pet hasn't griefed me at all so far. So, hopefully that continues. Oh, my goodness. We finally got a Wilson's Engineering Plans. I know these things are only worth 2.4 mil, but this is the last drop I technically need from like the actual Blaze Slayer itself. That's actually insane. Arguably the most important too. If I go and right click this thing, it's needed for an SOS flare, which is something I eventually want to get my hands on. I'm either going to do it the expensive way of crafting an Apex with a stack of vertexes, or we're going to drop one and get lucky and have this thing in no time. Those are kind of the 2 options, but yeah, this is very important for it. The RNG drop actually required for the craft. As you can see, we finally got it at, like, how much XP is that in total? That's kind of disgusting that it took us this long. I know Toad got all of his drops before Blaze 8. We're at 623,000 Blaze Slayer XP is how long it took us. So, it is what it is. Glad I got one. Didn't want to have to hit, like, 1 million and not have it and have to, like, put my meter on it or something, like, dumb like that. So, glad we got it. It's not an expensive RNG drop, and it's not one I can necessarily use right away. It's an RNG drop nonetheless that I need, and just happy to have. So, yeah, that's actually huge. That's massive. Oh my god, someone dropped a Phoenix in my lobby. What rarity? That's... Oh, okay, I wasn't paying attention. That's insane. You don't really see Phoenixes dropped in front of you too often. Epic, sadly. I mean... This dude's on normal profile. Legendaries aren't that expensive. Just, yeah, I don't know. That's still crazy. Like, I don't know. I don't know how many times I've seen the Phoenix drop message. Like, that might be the 3rd time ever, and one of those was mine. Like, that's how rare it is. It's insane. I think an epic is still like a 1 in 2 million drop from any mob, right? Or something kind of crazy like that. So, yeah, GG's, man. GG's. I have been continuing to do Blaze Slayer basically non-stop. The bosses are still just as smooth. Part of me still wants to eventually try to do these without a Soro chestplate, but I need to unlock the gemstone slots on my Crimson, and I kind of want to take the downtime to do it, but my bosses are honestly quick enough where I don't think it matters too much, and like my magic find's pretty decent. I mean, 315 isn't anything too insane, but it's good enough for me. I basically get an RNG drop, or the RNG drop message, I guess you could say the magic find message, every single boss I do. Also, the fact that people use totems down here is the most annoying thing in the world. Like, what do we do? Precision snipes, bro. What are you doing? Nah. But, yeah, I don't know. The bosses have been going super well. My biggest question for you guys is, if we do get an Apex, or the first Apex we craft, should we go for the minion, the SOS flare, or, I mean, the other option is the Sub-Zero, but that's probably going to be the last one I craft, in all honesty. But part of me is leaning towards an SOS, just because I think it would be way more cool than a tier 11 minion. But I know probably the right answer is to go for a tier 11 minion. But let me know in the comments down below. Would you guys be mad at me if I go for an SOS flare first? Since we got our Wilson's engineering plans, I kind of want to get my hands on one of those things. And, yeah, I don't know. But obviously it requires us either dropping an Apex or an extra stack of Vertexes, which is more Vertexes than I've dropped in total from all the minion fuel I've actually used so far. So, it's not coming anytime soon, but just curious which one you guys think I should use first. But, yeah, I don't know. I kind of want an SOS flare. I think it would be really cool on Iron Man. Aatrox is slowly coming to a close. I think I have less than 2 days left of Blaze Slayer, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to check the calendar in a second. Gonna keep pushing as much XP as I honestly can towards Blaze 9. I know we won't hit it this Aatrox. I just don't have the time for it. But I'm doing my best to get as close as we can. We're currently 363,000 XP away. If we do that math really quickly, divide by 625, which is how much XP we get during Aatrox, 581 more bosses. So not ideal. And if we go ahead and look how long until... Yeah, we have a day and 17 hours. At 7:15 a.m. on Tuesday, Mare Aatrox is actually going to be gone. So, yeah, I think it's very unlikely that we actually hit Blaze 9, obviously, during this Aatrox. I'm going to try and make as decent of a dent as I can. We've already made a very sizable dent, though, to be honest. So far, we've done 237,000 XP, which is really good. That's over half of the amount of XP I had in total at the start of this Mare Aatrox. So we've gone up over a third of our overall Blaze Slayer XP, which is really good. But yeah, unfortunately, that is all the time I have for today's video. Hopefully, you guys did enjoy it. I'm going to keep doing some Blaze Slayer, but I guess we'll have to see if there's any more RNG drops waiting for us. Preferably some more high-class Argifiend dice. I've only dropped 3 of these things, and these are definitely the most beneficial for me at this point. I don't need anything else from the Slayer. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching all the way to the end. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Use code Zach whenever you find yourself checking out on the Hypixel store for the ongoing fire sale. Without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, and peace out.